The headlines: Winter session of Parliament to commence on the 4th of next month. Lok Sabha Ethics Committee adopts report on cash for query allegations against TMC MP Mahua Moitra. Campaigning intensifies for assembly elections in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan and Telangana. 5th India-US 2+2 Ministerial Dialogue to be held in New Delhi tomorrow. Defence and technology issues high on the agenda. Curtains come down on 37th National Games in Goa. And in ICC Men's Cricket World Cup, New Zealand beat Sri Lanka by 5 wickets in Bengaluru. The winter session of Parliament will commence on the 4th of next month. The session, which will continue till the 22nd of December, will have 15 sittings. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi informed this through a social media post. He said that amid Amrit Kal, the government is looking forward to discussions on legislative business and other items during the session. Earlier, a special session of Parliament was held in September in which the historic Women's Reservation Bill was passed. The Lok Sabha Ethics Committee today adopted a report on cash for query allegations against TMC MP Mahua Moitra. Talking to media after the meeting in New Delhi, Chairman of the committee, Vinod Sonkar, said 6 members of the panel supported the report while 4 opposed it. He added that a detailed report will be submitted to the Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla tomorrow.
कमेटी के सभी सदस्यों ने चाहे निशिकांत जी के द्वारा जो आरोप था या हीरा नंदानी जी के द्वारा जो एफिडेविट था या अधिवक्ता दयादरी द्वारा जो बयान था, उन सब रिपोर्ट को डायरेक्टरी द्वारा तैयार किया गया और तैयार करने के बाद अपनी सिफारिश के साथ लोकसभा स्पीकर को हम लोग भेज रहे हैं.
Earlier, BJP MP Nishikant Dubey had alleged that the TMC MP had taken bribes to ask questions in Parliament on behalf of a businessman to target the Adani Group and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. However, Mahua Moitra had refuted the allegations. Campaigning has intensified ahead of assembly elections in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Telangana. In Rajasthan, today was the last date for the withdrawal of candidature. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed a public meeting in Udaipur this evening. He alleged that the Congress government in the state has proved to be a complete failure in controlling crimes against women. He said that Dalits, backward, poor and women are not safe in the state.
आज राजस्थान की हर बहन बेटी पूछ रही है कि क्या उसे सम्मान से जीने का अधिकार नहीं है. मैं आपका आक्रोश समझता हूं. बहनों बेटियों पर अत्याचार तभी रुकेगा जब यहां से कांग्रेस की विदाई होगी. राजस्थान से भाजपा गुंडा राज और अपराध पूरी तरह खत्म करने के लिए प्रतिबद्ध है.
On the other hand, Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot had also campaigned for the party in Bamanwas and Neemkathana assembly constituencies. While mentioning the work done during the tenure of his government, Mr. Gehlot said the government has worked for the welfare of every section of society. AIMIM Chief Asaduddin Owaisi also addressed public meetings for party candidates in Savai Madhopur today. Polling for all 200 assembly constituencies of Rajasthan will be held on the 25th of this month. In Madhya Pradesh, Prime Minister Modi addressed rallies at Satna, Chhatarpur and Neemuch today. Addressing a gathering in Neemuch, he said that for the first time a government has linked street vendors with banking. He said the BJP government provided help to more than 50 lakh poor people to expand their business, and in Madhya Pradesh too, more than 7 lakh street vendors have received assistance worth 14 crore rupees. Mr. Modi said the double-engine government of the BJP is working on many fronts for the empowerment of sisters and daughters, whereas the Congress has enriched only a few families. Earlier, addressing rallies at Satna and Chhatarpur, Mr. Modi said the government has provided over 4 crore pakka houses to poor people in the country. From the Congress, senior party leaders including Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra addressed rallies in the state today. Speaking at an election rally in Ashoknagar, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi alleged that unemployment is rising in the country.
इन युवाओं को रोजगार क्यों नहीं मिल रहा? जहां भी मैं गया किसी भी युवा से मैं पूछता, भाई क्या कर रहे हो? काम नहीं है, बेरोजगार हूं। तो मेरे दिल में दिमाग में यह सवाल उठा कि इतने लोग बेरोजगार क्यों हैं? इसका कारण क्या है?
Voting for the 230-member Madhya Pradesh Legislative Assembly will be held in a single phase on the 17th of this month. More from our correspondent.
Only 8 days are left for voting in Madhya Pradesh and the campaign will end after 6 days. Therefore, leaders of all parties are engaged in election campaign with full force. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address 3 meetings in Madhya Pradesh for the second consecutive day. Many union ministers and chief ministers of Gujarat and Assam are also busy in campaigning. Congress also tried to woo the voters through senior leaders Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi. Other leaders including former Chief Minister Kamal Nath and Digvijay Singh and Randeep Surjewala also campaigned in support of Congress candidates. Aam Aadmi Party leaders Arvind Kejriwal and Bhagwant Mann held rallies and road shows in Datia and Morena. At the same time, SP, BSP, other local parties and independent candidates are also leaving no stone unturned in the campaign. Sanjeev Sharma, Akashvani News, Bhopal.
In Chhattisgarh, top leaders of BJP, Congress and BSP campaigned for the second phase of assembly elections today. Senior BJP leader and Home Minister Amit Shah addressed public meetings along with holding road shows in various assembly constituencies of Jashpur and Raigarh districts. Mr. Shah said that if the BJP forms the government in Chhattisgarh, the problem of left-wing extremism will be solved within 5 years. Congress National President Mallikarjun Kharge, addressing a public meeting in Charcha Kalri of Baikuntpur Assembly constituency in Korea district, claimed that the Congress government works as a promise-fulfilling government in the state. Bahujan Samaj Party National President Mayawati addressed an election rally in support of the party candidates in Hasod of Sakti district today. She alleged that governments of both Congress and BJP have neglected the interest of workers, farmers, tribal and women in the state. In the second phase, 70 out of a total of 90 constituencies will go to polls on the 17th of this month. In Telangana, tomorrow is the last day for filing of nominations for assembly elections. The 119-member state legislative assembly will go to polls on the 30th of this month. Counting of votes in all 5 states will be taken up on the 3rd of December. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin arrived in Delhi this afternoon for the India-U.S. 2+2 Ministerial Dialogue. He was received by Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh and Chief of Defense Staff General Anil Chauhan. Raksha Mantri and External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar will co-chair the 2+2 Ministerial Dialogue with Secretary Austin and U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken tomorrow. It will be followed by a bilateral meeting between Secretary Austin and the Raksha Mantri. Dr. Jaishankar will also hold a bilateral meeting with his U.S. counterpart. This will mark a continuity of ministerial dialogue and reaffirm the India-U.S. comprehensive global strategic partnership. Our correspondent reports that a number of strategic defense and technology issues are expected to be discussed during the 2+2 dialogue and the bilateral meetings. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar today emphasized that the multipolar world will be multipolar for India only when Africa is also one of the poles. Hosting the ambassadors of Africa and Yashobhumi in Delhi, Dr. Jaishankar said the gathering marks the significance of the African Union's membership of the G20. The External Affairs Ministry today said the judgment by a Qatar court awarding death penalty to 8 Indians is confidential and has only been shared with the legal team. Briefing media in New Delhi this evening, Ministry spokesperson Arindam Bagchi said further legal steps are being pursued in the matter and an appeal has been filed. He urged everyone not to engage in speculation, considering the sensitive nature of the case.
As we had informed earlier, the Court of First Instance of Qatar passed a judgment on October 26 in the case involving 8 Indian employees of Al Dara Company. The judgment is confidential and has only been shared with the legal team. They are now pursuing further legal steps an appeal has already been filed. We will also remain engaged with the Qatari authorities in this matter. On November 7, we received our embassy in Doha another consular access to the detainees. We are in touch with their family members too. And as you recall, the External Affairs Minister met the family members earlier this month in Delhi. We will continue to extend all legal and consular support, and I would urge everyone not to engage in speculation considering the sensitive nature of the case.
Amid the challenges of paddy stubble burning and air pollution in Delhi NCR region, the Indian Agricultural Research Institute, Delhi, has developed a high-yielding, short-duration variety, namely Pusa 2090, which will help in dealing with the menace. Generally, the paddy crop, which is transplanted in June, is ready for harvest only towards late October. This leaves very little time for farmers to prepare their fields to sow the next wheat crop. Therefore, they resort to burning the stubble. The new paddy variety is an improved version of currently used Pusa 44. Pusa 2090 variety matures in only 120 to 125 days as compared to Pusa 44, which takes 155 to 160 days to mature. The new paddy variety will give around 30 days' time to farmers to ready their fields for the next crop. Talking to Akashvani News IARI scientist Pralay Kumar Bhaumik, highlighted the advantage of Pusa 2090, expressing confidence that it will help in tracking the menace of stubble burning.
Pusa 2090, if farmers can harvest in the early first week of October. So that time, I don't think it will having some problem of stubble burning because it will harvest early. So naturally, this pollution we are suffering in Delhi, this may have some solution.
The Delhi government has deferred the implementation of the odd-even car rationing scheme till the Supreme Court reviews its effectiveness in curbing air pollution and issues an order in this regard. Amid worsening air quality in the national capital, the city government had earlier announced that this scheme will be implemented from the 13th to the 20th of this month. Delhi Environment Minister Gopal Rai said the government has two studies related to odd-even which will be presented during the upcoming Supreme Court hearing. All schools in Delhi have been closed for an early winter break from today till the 18th of this month, as the national capital remains blanketed with a thick layer of smog. The 37th National Games 2023 concluded in Goa today. The grand closing ceremony took place at Chama Prasad Indoor Stadium in Panaji in the presence of Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar, Indian Olympic Association President P.T. Usha, Chief Minister Dr. Pramod Sawant and others. Addressing the gathering at the event, Mr. Dhankar said that sports has now become the most important avenue for display of genius. The Raja Bhalendra Singh Trophy was given to Maharashtra for overall championship in the National Games. Maharashtra has continued its dominance in the National Games from its beginning and retained its first position. Maharashtra has bagged 228 medals, including 80 gold. Best Woman Athlete Trophy was given to Pranati Nayak and Sayukta Kate, while Best Man Athlete Trophy was given to Srihari Nataraj. Services Sports Control Board stood at second position in the medal tally with a total of 126 medals, including 66 gold, while Haryana stood at third position with a total of 192 medals, including 62 gold. The torch for the National Games was handed over to Uttarakhand as the 38th National Games will be organised there. Before the formal function, there were electrifying performances by various artists, which enthralled the public gathering. In ICC Men's Cricket World Cup, New Zealand beat Sri Lanka by 5 wickets at M. Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru this evening. New Zealand comfortably achieved the victory target of 172, losing 5 wickets in 23.2 overs. With this win, New Zealand is now in a strong position to bag the last semi-final spot and join India, South Africa and Australia. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Winter session of Parliament to commence on the 4th of next month. Lok Sabha Ethics Committee adopts report on cash for query allegations against TMC MP Mahua Moitra. Campaigning intensifies for assembly elections in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan and Telangana. 5th India-US 2+2 Ministerial Dialogue to be held in New Delhi tomorrow. Defence and technology issues high on the agenda. Curtains come down on 37th National Games in Goa and in ICC Men's Cricket World Cup. New Zealand beat Sri Lanka by 5 wickets in Bengaluru. That is all in the news at 9. Good night.
This is Akashvani. In the program Spotlight, now we bring you an exclusive interview with Vaidya Rajesh Koteja,